Welcome to this advanced lesson on a Bulgarian folk tune called Ruchenitsa. I have to admit I don't know the full origin of this tune, so if anyone does, please hit the comment section below and let me know. I was taught this by my bandmates in Foursquare, and it's as far as I can tell, it's a traditional Bulgarian dance. One of the great things about Bulgarian folk music is they use some really interesting time signatures, certainly different to what Western music is used to, you know, the 3/4 and the 4/4. Bulgarian music is much more 7/8, 13/8. I know some tunes in 25/16. It's like really complicated combinations of groups of twos and groups of threes. So they're really fun to play, and as mandolin players present us quite a tricky challenge with what we do with our right hand, because there is a right way of doing it and a wrong way of doing it. So this is a good lesson to really focus on what your right hand's doing. This tune's in 7/8, thankfully, not one of those more complicated derivations. And if you've never played in 7/8 before, 7/8 basically means in a bar you've got 7 notes, and they're all, the 8 represents a quaver, so 7 quavers in a bar. So there's a funny way of counting it. First off, imagine there's no connection between, no emphasis anywhere. So you just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Slightly complicated. Even when we're playing, if you think about when we're playing 4/4, we generally group 4/4 into 2 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we naturally want to we don't want just 7 notes. That's not how it naturally sits. Just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with no emphasis doesn't really work. So what normally happens is you split it into 2 groups of 2 and a group of 3. 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. And there's 3 different ways to arrange those groups. So you can have the 2 groups of 2 and then the group of 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is your bar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or you can put your group of 3 in the middle. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or your group of 3 can come at the start of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sounds complicated, but I promise it's not. Anything I say in this video is included in a little free PDF down below, and it would be helpful if you had it in front of you and worked it through with me. In terms of our right hand, you almost need to think of this, or when I was working out how to play in 7, I thought of this as half of a bar of 4/4 theory, so just down, up, down, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and half of a bar of 6/8 theory, which is kind of the down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So you're always going to have a double down in there, and your double down will come after the group of 3. So the group of 3 will be down, up, down, and then you do another down, so your group of 4, or 2 groups of 2 start on a down as well. So the best way of doing this is just play it. So if we work through the 3 options, option 1, this is just my arbitrary option 1. They're not necessarily written like this in Bulgarian, but my option 1, where the group of 3 at the end of the bar is down, up for the 2 groups of 2, and then down, up, down for the group of 3. So if we try, if I just kind of loop it round, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So there's our 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Option 2, where we put the group of 3 in the middle. So you're now going down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And I'll keep tapping the 1. So here's the second option. Okay, slightly going mad doing this, but it's worth trying. And then our final option with the group of 3 at the start. Again, I'll just tap the 1. Again, so when you join them all together, it kind of starts to sound the same no matter where the group of three is, but it becomes really important when you start playing melodies with that, where the group of three is, because that completely changes your emphasis of the bar, and you don't want to do that. So if you're not following the right hand rule that I just explained, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, then if you say you started doing ups at the start of the group of four, that group of four would then start to sound like a group of three, and you would start changing where the emphasis sits in the bar. So it's really, really important that you try and stick to the rule I've tabbed out of down, up, down on the group of three, and then down, up on the group of four. Hopefully you stuck with me. If you want any more work on 7/8, I did a PDF workbook on right hand exercises that I have linked below that has much more discussion and exercises on 7/8. But for this lesson, we're just going to apply this to a tune, and the tune I mentioned is called Ruchenitsa. Before we do the full tune, let's just have a little look at the first four bars, and I'll just play it for you. And hopefully you can see that it falls under option 1, where the group of 3 is at the end of the bar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And every bar sticks to that. So try it with me. I'll play it slowly. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. It's a tricky one to count in 7/8, so I'll count it 3, 4. Like that. Okay? So try and play the first 4 bars with me, and I'll slow it down a little bit. 3, 4. Not as easy as it looks, is it? And also, I'm not going to go into much more discussion on the theory of the music behind this, because this is on all sorts of keys and chords, so that's for another time. We're just going to focus on the right hand, but it's now time to try and play the whole melody. Don't forget, YouTube has a slow down function down here, so if I'm playing too fast, you can slow me down quite easily by pressing the cog down there. This is just an AABB, and I'll play it twice through. It's tricky, might take you a bit of practice, but worth it, and really worth focusing on that right hand. Make sure it's doing the right thing. And almost, when I was learning this, I overemphasized sort of almost kind of each start of each group. So each one of 1, 2, and then one of the group of 3. Just overemphasize them. Just to get used to to get used to the set playing in 7. Here we go with the full tune. Best of luck. Do it after 3, 4 again. 3, 4. Repeat the A part. B part. Second time. So there we have it, Ruchenitsa, the Bulgarian folk tune in 7/8. You can do anything on the mandolin. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please really do think about that right hand. It is so worth working on this tune. Not because you might play a lot of Bulgarian folk music in your life, but just the more control you can have over your right hand, being able to know when it's down, when it's up, the more it will filter through to your other playing, and it'll just make your whole mandolin playing better. So I highly suggest you really take the time and get that right hand right. And also, hopefully you've enjoyed playing the tune. It's in a great key. It's kind of one of those great Eastern European modes that are so different to our Western major scales. So I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Please do hit subscribe down there if you have, and head over to mandonlight.com and join the mailing list, and we'll see you next month.